Alright, this is a quick LabVIEW tutorial on actually CPU usage and memory leaks. So I've got a very simple program here, and it's just got two threads in it, and they both just count. So if I run my counter here, I've also got my task manager open. So if I run the counter, I will actually see that CPU usage goes to 100%. And I've got two threads here because I've allocated two processors to this particular virtual machine. So if you only had one processor, you'd probably see your CPU usage, or if you only had one thread and you had two cores, you'd see your CPU usage go to 50%. One of them would be fully allocated counting, and the other one would not be. So anyway, if we have a loop that's running as fast as possible, we will actually take all of the CPU usage. And so if we have many threads, or if the computer is trying to do other things, this is very bad coding practice. So a delay is nice to put in here to release execution so that the operating system can go back and do other things that it needs to do. So that's part of being a good citizen or you're having your program be a good citizen in the operating system community. The other one here is a memory leak, and what a memory leak is that it's basically I'm going to allocate memory, and every time this loop runs, I'm not going to give that memory back. And so what's happening then is that I have an array here that's stored in a shift register. And there we go. We just actually popped the memory cap. And so you can see that the task manager actually was starting to fill up, and I've got a lot of memory here, so I actually only pushed, I don't know how big we got here, but we popped the LabVIEW memory cap, and that's an example of what can happen if you have a memory leak in your program. So this one was intentional, and we're going to want to say, all right, it's executed out. And then when this program closes, well, in this case, we haven't deallocated all the memory. So this actually is a legitimate memory leak. If I were to fill up all the memory on the machine, you'd start to see the programs would crash, and we'd have a whole bunch of other problems. Just to see what happens here. What if I close LabVIEW? Yeah, there we go. I closed my program, and sure enough, LabVIEW deallocates the memory, and now my memory usage is back to 0, and you can actually see my CPU usage is back to 0 as well. So that's a quick example showing a program that is both a CPU hog and has memory leak in LabVIEW.